that I want to get you guys take on this because there is a a question that I kind of saw from a number of people, and just doing a bunch of searching around. And one of the things that I saw, and the question out there is, well, Raheem Morris is a little bit too friendly with the coaches, and I saw a, a interview a while back with Raheem Morris when he was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, and I believe that not only the organization but the players, this guy kind of stated, and Raheem kind of stated that he was a little bit too close to the players and hanging out with them, doing all these types of things, like because there were instances where he was going to the club. He was texting these guys, having so much fun with these guys. And I think for me personally, and I would love to hear what you guys think about that, is Raheem Moore is a little bit too friendly with the players. And can being too friendly and too much of a friend to these guys, especially when you're the head coach, can that be a problem and too much of a problem? And that's the conversation that I want to have. And I made with Six Man K Styles this week, obviously before Thursday, because we got the draft coming up soon on Thursday. Can it be a problem? And I think if you look at it, man, I think this is one of the issues for me personally. And I think for me, I don't want my head coach being way too friendly with the players. Now, when you talk about players, coaches, there's a fine line. As a player, you want to be able to trust. You want to be able to talk to your head coach about anything and everything. But on a coaching standpoint, you don't want players to think that when there's football concerns that they don't have to listen to certain things, that they have the ability to come in and talk to you about certain things when you feel strongly about a certain issue. For instance, like when we know for sure that this particular aspect of the defense isn't working, like if we're constantly blitzing and we're constantly being aggressive and constantly being too loose in the coverage, and you got your players coming in to you saying, "Hey, look, man, I like to play like this. I like to play like this. Can you, can you change your mind?" And at the end of the day, as a head coach and as a defensive coordinator like Jeff Olbrich, like you have to, in my opinion, you have to put your foot down in that regard. And I think when I look at Raheem, especially when I hear players like Jalen Ramsey saying that Raheem gave these players the freedom to kind of do and choose the types of play and style that they want to play in the course of a game and in the course of a year. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like you have to establish yourself as a player in regards to your scheme. Because the scheme at the end of the day, man, it's like the scheme is paramount. The scheme and you being able to make the necessary adjustments, I think that is paramount. And I think for me, looking at guys like Jalen Ramsey, him being so close to Raheem, and like when he had the press conference, if you guys haven't seen that, just let me know if you haven't seen it. I will send you the link to that. But in that press conference, a guy like Jalen Ramsey went to bat for him, and that's the good thing about being a player's coach, is that when you got a guy like Jalen Ramsey, so many other players that step up and go to bat for you as a coach, that's always a good thing. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's like let me know what you guys think. Is Raheem and can being too close to players be problematic? I think that's the question that I want to know for y'all, because you got guys like Kirk Cousins. We saw this past year with Kirk Cousins was the head, was a starting quarterback. Raheem just trusted Kurt. He trusted Kurt. He trusted Kurt to be able to do the right thing and tell, and I said, like, tell us and tell him when that he needed to, tell us when he's injured. All right, tell us when things need to change. Like, he trusted Kurt to be able to get it together, and I think those are things with a player. If, like, as a coach, you want to be able to trust your players, but like when things aren't working out, when it's clearly not working out, there's a clear struggle. I think that's the aspect of the the head coach and being the head coach. So I personally think that Raheem needs to do a better job of laying a little bit more, being a little bit less lenient with these players, and being more of a disciplinarian. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, like, guys like Arthur Smith coming in and him being a hard ass on these players. I don't necessarily think the players like that from Arthur Smith, but being that we are in this particular predicament with Raheem, do you guys think the Falcons need a guy like Raheem that's a player coach, and he's a little bit more lenient with players, or do you think the Falcons need a guy like Arthur Smith in regards to him being more a disciplinarian and punishing these guys? Like, at some point in time, I think players need to be punished for certain things, and they need to be disciplined for certain things. But like I said, this is my take. Like I said, we may go into detail with this with Six Man K Styles, but leave your comment below. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports, man. Like I said, we got the NFL draft coming up real soon. We got Coach Unchained, Six Man K Style, the Heavy Hitters, Jew Talk Sports, AFN, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mr. White, Sports Network. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff coming on for you guys this week. Like I said, leave your comments in this video. Okay, leave the comments in this video. We're going to continue to break down this stuff. But like I said, let me know what you guys think in regards to Raheem Morris. Do you personally believe that he is too close with the NFL players, the Atlanta Falcons players, and he should be a little bit more disciplinary? Or, this is a twist, do you think he should allow Jeff Ulbrich to be a little bit more hands-on with the defense, and like I said, be a little bit more of a disciplinarian for the Atlanta Falcons? Not only Atlanta Falcons defense, but should he let Zach Robinson, should he let Jeff Ulbrich be a little bit more hands-on and be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more disciplinarian, a little bit more harsh with these Atlanta Falcons players? Because I do think, there is a fine line with players and coaches. And I think sometimes coaches of today, especially with all this money being, all the money being allocated to not only the quarterback, wide receivers are making $20-30 million a year, running backs are making $20-30 million a year. This is something that can be problematic. So you guys check this out. If you are watching this on the Mad Mike membership, I appreciate it. But if you're watching this on the replay, on the Premier Replay. Leave a comment below, but continue to support your boy here, man. Mike Sports again. Gonna do more live Q&As like this via not only live show but the Mad Mike membership. So $199. That's all I got to say about that, and that's the bottom line because Mad Mike said so.